the conscience, yeah.
Okay.
You're in a panic now, Em. Can
Yeah.
you reckon? Yeah.
Yep.
So a lot of your questions now are being driven by the panic. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know it all right now.
Yeah, yeah. And this is another thing that, understand, fear is a feeling you're going to have to go through. At the moment, you're trying to avoid it. Now, when you try to avoid fear, you start asking lots of question after question after question after question, but you're actually not feeling your fear. And your fear is what's stopping you from understanding.
Okay.
So you're going to have to go through the fear, but you want a way to deal with these problems without going through fear.
Yeah. I want to just understand it all really, really well. I think
Well, that's what the purpose
but it's
of
not.
the purpose of that is to avoid fear. So yeah, and that's going to be, it's going to not work, is
Okay.
what I'm saying. You're going to have to feel fear first. Right? And this is about emotional truth. You're going to have to go through the feeling of fear. Then all of this mind thing you're doing will sort of all dissipate. And you'll trust the emotional process rather than going through everything in your mind all the time. Do you follow?
Yeah.
Yeah. But your dad taught you to use your mind all the time.
Yep.
So actually, a part of your process of awareness is going to be realising that actually I like using my mind all the time so that I can avoid the feeling of fear. Makes sense? And in the process of avoiding my fear, I get to not, fear stops me from understanding. So that causes me to more question, panic question, like all the time. And in this panic question phase of life, you're not going to be understanding anything. Because the fear is an emotion preventing understanding. Yeah. So this is an awareness you have not had.
Nope.
About your fear. If you could just choose to feel fear, then there'd be internal soul freedom to absorb information. The fear prevents the absorption of information. So I can say a whole heap of things and you won't even hear them. Just like our first conversation, right? I said a whole heap of things. And it was fortunate you had a recorder on.
Yeah.
Because you didn't hear most of them until afterwards, right? When the fear started to die down a bit, then you could hear. Now, a very important thing is to allow yourself to feel the fear. So what's the fear about? It's going to be fear of disappointing Dad, fear of disapproval from a male, fear of disapproval from God, thinking God is a male. There's a lot of things in there, right, that are stopping you from grasping. And it's about going through those things. Feeling the fear, not avoiding it through question. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, and what's the time? Can I just...
It's